jump into a game and highlight some of the gameplay here, huh? It's been a second since I played. So we played a little bit of Runeterra's Path of Champions, which is their single player story mode. Think like Slay the Spire-esque gameplay with their card game system. We're gonna poke into a little bit of Constructed Ladder and see what that feels like today. They have net decked us a Poppy Zoe deck to give it a try too, because Zoe was one of my favorite champions last time we were playing. So you get a partial mulligan in this game. So I can mulligan some number of these cards. I think I'm gonna mulligan just this 2-mana spell to try and look for a 1-drop. Like ideally, we mulligan this and we spike a Zoe to play on the first turn. Now, the resource progression in Runeterra is similar to Hearthstone or other games where you have linear mana progression. Every turn you get one resource and return all of your resources. That being said, the turn structure is more similar to Magic in that both players are playing every single turn of the game. 2-1 when I'm summoned, summon a Scrappy Bomb. Countdown 3. When I'm destroyed, deal 1 to the enemy nexus, okay? It says impact. What does impact do? When this strikes while attacking, deals 1 to the enemy nexus. This keyword can stack. All right. So let's play our 2/3 out that manifests a celestial that costs 3 or less. So we have to pick from 3 different cards here. When I'm summoned, all players draw 1 card and the opponent discards their highest cost card. Pretty good. Attackers in this game are similar to Magic in that the attacking player declares attackers and the defending player declares blockers, but blocking is 1-to-1. One also thing to note is that while both players are playing every turn, the thing that alternates is who's attacking. So this turn, my opponent is attacking. So I'm gonna go ahead and block my 2-1 to their 2-1. One of the most amazing things about Runeterra as a piece of software is the eye. So when I line up this block and mouse over the eye, it tells me how combat's going to play out here. So I can see with this block, I'm going to take 3 total damage and these two things are gonna trade. I could block here and I can see I'll take 3 total damage. My thing would die, their thing would go to 1 toughness. So obviously I wanna make this block here. But if you ever have any question about how your combat or stack is going to play out, the Oracle Eye will show all. One thing to note here. You'll notice I have this 1 here that my opponent doesn't have. That's because I didn't play a spell on the first turn of the game, and you can save mana for later turns in this game. It doesn't just go away. Play Solari Priestess here, which invokes 4+1 might be okay here. I already have a 2/3 for next turn, but honestly, the 3/4 might be just better because its stat line is bigger. Although I have a 4/3 as well. I think I'm gonna grab Meteor Shower because I already have four mana units lined up here.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves. Reporting in.
Okay, and now I could attack because it's my turn with the attack token, but if I attack, my 2/2 is going to run into their 2/3, which isn't a particularly great attack for us, so I'd much rather save my 2/2 to block their 3/2, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass back here. Oh, is the audio... Silence when not... Oh, is this broken? This must not be... This must be bugged. That's sad. Okay, so they started the turn by attacking. So one of the things in Runeterra that's important to manage is when you start on attacking versus not. So my opponent chose to start the turn by attacking, which means that neither of us have a chance to play more units. This is going to push 5 damage for them here. Pretty easy trade here. Let's go ahead and drop Poppy. And this is free because I behold a Celestial card, which means I have a Celestial card here in my hand.
Just a little something I like to call fun.
When I attack, grant all allies with equal or less power than me +1/+1. Neat. So grant means permanently give that modifier. I do not have the overlay installed for Runeterra at the moment. It is not native to the client. I did not take the time to reinstall it for the session today. That's a nice draw, so we get to deploy a couple of units here. Start with Otterpuss, so we can make our board go a little bit wide before we attack with this. So, double region cards are new since I started playing. Double region means you can play this in either of these regions. So you can play, it counts as either a Bandle City or a PNZ card. Is that correct?
You dropped something.
I dropped everything.
Yeah, I think it's similar to a hybrid card. So now the eye even tells me what's going to happen here. So it shows me that Poppy's going to buff stuff up. Oh, she buffs herself? Grant all allies? Wow, this card's really good. I just like my brain put the word other into this card, and it definitely does not say other. Pump up the jam. Poppy is the best champion in this current batch. Okay. Okay, so Poppies are currently trading, but if I go ahead and Pale Cascade here, so I'll make my Poppy bigger, and now my Poppy lives. Live, Poppy, live! Another free Starry Scamp here sounds great. We're stabilizing nicely here. They are playing Noxious as one of their regions, so they'll likely have some direct damage in their deck. These 2/3s also have impact, so they're going to deal at least 2 more, so we're at a virtual 9. So game's not completely over, but could get burned out. Deal 1 damage to my blocker and the enemy Nexus. Destroyed 4+ allied landmarks this game. Think I just want to do this. Deal 4, deal 1. Your board is capped at 6 units on each side. One of the things that's interesting, though, in Runeterra is that there's a number of cards in the game that care about the ordering of the units on your board. So even though your board is capped at 6 creatures, the number of permutations your combat can go through is often larger than you have in the average game of Magic. Hey, Sus, thanks for the 17 months. Yeah, I think I'm good with leaving sub mode on for Runeterra. And I guess now the question becomes, is it worth throwing away Poppy to gain 2 life? I actually think it might be. I feel like the only way we lose this game from this position is getting burned out, and while Poppy's really good, I just want to minimize my chance of getting burned out. I think I'd rather be at 9 than 7 and have a Poppy. I did. Arcane was excellent. I enjoyed it a lot. Every pick a non-champion card from randomly selected options, create a copy in hand and reduce its cost by 1. So if I get Curious Shellfolk down, it'll double up Solari Priestess next turn. Sounds great. Wait, what does Prank do? Oh, neat.
You won't get past me.
Deal 1 to a unit. If you have 4 plus allies, deal 2 instead. I think I'll just take the outer post here. It's a little annoying that there's no reminder text here for what Prank does. Like, I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to know what Prank does. You check their hand and choose debuffs for cards, and then check the deck too if there's no cards in hand. Okay, so it just like makes it cost more. Oh, it just modifies it. Okay, that makes sense. It changes stats to, oh, because it said +2 cost above both of them. Okay, that makes sense. Is my opponent DC'd? All right, my opponent seems to be griefing or DC'd. I'm going to the restroom really quick. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, their deck seems like an aggro deck, so. They weren't dead before, they're certainly dead now. Starry, let's scamp, but this seems good. This on 2 seems fine. Oh, this could get us a Celestial too. I think we just mulligan this and keep the rest of these. Papi! Apologies for the audio dipping out. That's kind of annoying, but I need to occasionally click on things that are not my game screen. Messenger sounds great here. This is actually, so one of the things I really like about Runeterra is that there's certain draws and decks that actually prefer not going second. So you can see here, I went second, but the fact that I had two drops to play out here means that it's actually beneficial to me to have not gone first this game. Runeterra, from the core design of its gameplay, probably has the best play draw balance of any card game I've ever touched. So that's 24 months. Kokobe, welcome back. Appreciate the 2 years.
Let's have some fun.
They seem to be kind of aggressively slanted, so Golden Sisters sound great here. LeBlanc, Ashe are both kind of aggro.
What I found.
Just a little something I like to call fun.
Well, something I like to call fun. So I could start the turn by attacking, and they don't have good blocks, and that would let me push 4 points of damage. There could be value in playing Poppy out, because then I could push 6 points of damage. There's also value in just like getting these in, and then I could play like these two out this turn, and then next turn when we attack with Poppy, we power up more things. Has some appeal. I think I like that plan.
Sharpen the blades, secure the kill.
It's a little annoying. They're gonna get to kill something, but
Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly.
under what it doesn't understand, silly.
Doggo, doggo, doggo.
Mini morph. Transform a unit into a 3/3 midnight and silence it. Seems pretty strong. Answer target thing, basically.
Anyone hurt?
I think I want to pass here, right? Oh, this works against Lee Sin. That's great. God, I fucking hate Lee Sin. I think we just pass here. I don't want to play Poppy out into their challenger.
You're mine.
These things both getting bigger is kind of a bad beat, though.
Lighten up.
Do this before we declare a block. Okay. And now we could do this here. Take 6.
Whatever. Look at this reality. Look how sparkly.
Them having 2 Marauders is real rough beats. I guess we'll Poppy
Just know the heroes around
and
here
attack
somewhere.
here. Gross. Okay, I think we're dead. Yeah. It's not a whole lot we could do there. I had a pretty high roll. All the Marauders. Yeah, if they only had 1 Marauder to start, we would have been more than fine there, but with that many, just not a whole lot we could do. Huh. I actually think this hand's kind of great, huh? So we get to lead Zoe on 1. And then we have Spacey Sketcher to make this cheaper on 2. So the 3 dots below the mana bar are called spell mana. And these are extra mana that you can carry over in between turns, but it can only be used to cast spells. It can't be used to cast champions or other cards. So it kind of serves to, so the linear resource progression mitigates resource variance that Magic has, and this kind of mitigates curve variance in a way. You can see here, my opponent didn't spend their mana on 1, and now they just banked it up. Okay, with them doing nothing here on 2, I think I might Trinket trade for the sake of just casting more spells to level Zoe. Although the Zoe's probably gonna die, so maybe that's not a good idea. Let's Trinket Trade to start. I might actually Spacey Sketcher the super cool star chart.
How's it going?
Okay.
Stopper playing catch with Zoe.
We're kind of popping off here.
It's rebel.
So, Zoe levels up when we've played 10 differently named cards, and we're gonna have 4 differently named cards played this turn.
I call this constellation the jump rope.
Wow. What a sick beat. That's super unfortunate. Never lucky. Their RNG got them a danger noodle. So I think we start the turn by attacking here to push 4 points of damage. This way they couldn't play out a blocker.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
We just pass for now. Holding the prank has value in case we draw something we want to discard it to, or like draw Zoe or something. And we're banking this mana into spell mana. Yeah, like there's a Zoe rewarded for waiting. Poppy, pumping up the Serpent, has a lot of value here. Probably just Poppy this turn so we can open attacks next turn depending on what they do. You also want to hold the pranks for the Shelf Oaks. That makes sense.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
Hit it with the pokey stick, Chip.
I just know the hero's around here somewhere.
Bye, friend. Oh, I should customize my emotes.
I got lucky. You'll get me next time.
You'll get me next time. Hopefully not. Juice box and happy and a wave. I will say I've missed the cosmetics in this game. They're so good. Scale of 1 to Magic, how difficult is this game to learn? It's probably easier to pick this game up than picking up Magic. This game also has a series of tutorials that are quite excellent. I will say, yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. If you already have a Magic background, you have to unlearn a few things coming from Magic. There'll be a couple of things that just like work fundamentally differently here that will be unintuitive because you're used to how they work in Magic. And they're not necessarily bad changes, they're just different. Definitely mulliganing these. I think we keep Poppy in this.
Ready, willing, and learn.
I think we play this as a blocker. The question is, what am I discarding? Is it crazy to ditch the Curious Shelf Oak? This is like a really good bomb top later, but like this will cost me 3 mana starting next turn with this. I think I'm supposed to discard the bomb.
One star's whipsy is another spark.
Well, so the decks are smaller in this game, but the number of cards contained within them is also lower, right? So like you're a 40 card deck with 3 ofs instead of a 60 card deck with 4 ofs. The one thing that does impact them having it more often in this game compared to Magic is the fact that you're technically drawing twice as many cards in this game as you draw in Magic.
Oh, you're in for it.
Feel like this trade is good for us. Yeah, and there's no resources in your deck, so you draw action more frequently. I think I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive here and lead on Zoe as opposed to using all my mana this turn, so that way Zoe can start seeing me play out these cards.
I must become the leader they need.
You brought back my favorite star!
Didn't I just take the pass here? Morning, Bread Boxer. Let's take the open attacks here. His attack, create a sand soldier. We want to do this. I wouldn't mind like a comet to kill the Aurelia. By comet, I meant meteor shower. I don't actually know that I want comet because it costs 6. 6 is so much mana, chat. Warrior might be fine because we can kill this with Challenger next turn.
Blessing.
You know what? I probably should have pokey sticked this before doing that. Oh, this needed Daybreak though, right? Okay. Okay, so let's pokey stick this before they can untap with it.
Hey, Krabby!
That's my resting face.
I wish I could give you silk, but I must give you steel. Stay by my side. I cannot ask for more.
Narrate me when I leave combat. This game is far more mentally taxing than Magic in my experience because there's just fewer downtime. The fact that you get your resources back each turn is a big deal. And they still have an attack token here, right? So they're going to get to attack with all of these things here again. I think before I decide my blocks, I'm going to go ahead and super cold star chart. I'm hoping to find a silence for this. Perfect. Okay. So blocks will happen. I'm blocking here to gain 2. We'll go ahead and Equinox this before it gets to get in. So silence wipes all modifiers and text off of it. So I'm gonna trade these. We'll bounce this here.
Leave or burn.
I guess we'll Pale Cascade this, huh? This seems like a good exchange for us. Let's see if they have a trick here. They could have some kind of combat trick. They do not. Zoe is going to level up when we play 3 more differently named cards. It is still a little annoying that it doesn't list which cards are on her anywhere. It would be really nice if the interface told me which cards I need to play. But I haven't played yet. All right, if you haven't seen Runeterra before, get ready to be hella impressed because Zoe's about to level up and it's fucking gorgeous. All right. So that does that, and then we'll prank them. Well, Runeterra has a lot of excellent animations in it, but like the level up ones are just tops.
The desert by my side.
It's annoying. So unfortunately, Zoe does not get it there. She stays leveled though, at least.
See what we see, soldier.
I guess I'll just play some blockers out here. These pranks are good with Shellfolk. Yeah, now Zoe gives the board elusive. Zoe makes the ruleses. I'm summoned a round start. If you have an attack token, an ally's attack, create a bleed surge in hand. Swap Irelia with an ally. I think we just let this happen, right? I'm taking 4. Yes, once one champion levels, all instances are leveled for the rest of the game is accurate. Do I want to stun this and then... If I stun this, I can then paddle star it, but I guess they have leap and follow in hand too, right though? But that won't let her have it in play, right? Because this costs 4 currently.
Must we face out here? Whatever they are, we face them together, Little Blossom.
I guess we put Zoe here. We'll battle this.
All right, team. Adventure time.
Adventure time. This is gonna be a challenging attack, but I think we're gonna be able to figure it out.
Sand and sky, past and present.
Good light. Thanks for the almost 3 years. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. So I can't kill Azir this turn. It's unfortunate. This only makes allies with power less than or equal to me +1/+1.
I can spend a whole fight wondering shield or hammer.
You could hook this down here and push damage that way. That seems worse than doing this, though, and putting this to 1. Well, I can't kill the Azir, I guess is what I'm saying. You're right, I could technically make it bigger with this for the turn, but the goal is to, like, kill this. Alright, so Blade Dance 1 means they start an attack. Oh, and this makes them all bigger. It's a little yikes. I guess we'll just play the good boy. More expensive for next turn. Well, if they don't open attacks, that was a good payoff for having hooked into that last turn. This is potentially a blowout here. Well, do I hidden pathways to just dig for another pokey stick? I think so. Woohoo! Got him. Something I like to call fun.
Sorry, got a bit of moon rock for ya.
Hiya!
That was super fun, and I gotta say,
Yeah, the opponent's archetype has been nerfed 2 or 3 times at this point, I believe. Know what you do. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally Overwhelm and place me into your deck. I have 1 attack for each card you've discarded this game. You've discarded or summoned 35 power. Oh gosh, he seems very angry, chat. All right, are they a small creature aggro deck? 1 pokey stick keep might actually be okay here. I think I'm gonna keep a pokey stick. Oh, this is just discard aggro. They play this card instead of Jinx Style sometimes. Okay. So pokey stick is likely good here.
reality! Look how sparkly! What's doing over there?
What you doing over there? Blue is the color. Thank you for the tier 2 and thank you for the 31 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it.
The Wheel of War turns ever on.
Discard 1 to draw a unit. Excuse me? This is just a 4/2 fearsome for 2? What? Oh, when I'm discarded, make this other thing. Got it. So this isn't a card you can put in your deck. They have to. Oh, because this doesn't show me what unit they drew. Got it. That makes sense. I understand now.
The bleeding.
So I'm going to pass here because I don't mind having the spell mana and I want them to play this out so I can snake into Pale Cascade it. And they just took the pass, which is fine for me because I can utilize the spell mana. They burned a spell mana. So I missed my attack with this to basically gain 1 tempo worth of resource there. Which I think is a fine exchange.
All right, team. Adventure.
Oh, Draven's a 3/2 now. That's great. Deal.
Watch and learn.
Draven was a 3/3 last time I played Champ. He definitely... I feel like this is a card that, like, escaped nerfs for a long time in this game. Here, this card had it come in. Okay, and then Poppy makes Danger Noodle bigger, so let's just, like, open attacks here. There is a Runeterra channel still in the subs Discord. I was poking in there, knowing that I was going to do this, asking for some deck list suggestions. I mostly just wanted to play Zoe, and people seem to mostly agree that the format's pretty reasonable right now. That is good if you like Poppy. I mean, Poppy's a card that's based around attacking, and I think the game's probably pretty healthy if the best thing you can be doing depends on attacking.
Now we're cooking.
We're making Darius bigger. Why? Oh, we did that. Yikes. Sad. Yeah, so the green slash means they discarded a card that makes it so their thing can't be killed. You can trinket trade and hit a combat trick. That's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do either.
So now my Zoe gets to live? Alright. So that combat didn't go ideally because Draven's living. But we get Zoe got out of it alive. And she's at 6 out of 10.
And I thought I was already perfect.
Yeah, this is only one turn for survival. That's actually pretty good.
Wondrous discoveries await below.
They might open attacks here. Yeah, we have a couple copies of Minimorph, I believe. Really want to go to 5.
Easy does it.
Hammer guard.
Do this to start and see what they do. I think taking this trade is fine. I have another Poppy in hand. And this lets me keep Zoe safe with this stress defense. And she's at 8 out of 10 now. Out of 10.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Universe demands change. I'm doing it anyway.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Obviously, we should have taken the comment. Mistakes have been made, chat. Mistakes have been made. Oh, this can be used on the opponent's stuff. That's sick. I didn't think about that.
Ship time. How's it going?
Don't really want to attack these into here. This seems like a incredible card. Both the offense and defense unit, defense purposes, the tools with it are pretty incredible. So I can play this on my next attack. So we're going to go to 8 mana on their turn, and my next turn will go to 9.
Back, heretic.
Yes, yeah, I have leveled Zoe, so it's gonna let everything get through, which is great. This is an interaction I'm very familiar with.
Wouldn't be a quest without some danger.
Alright, hopefully this is just lethal next turn. Survey says all of these are elusive and spell shield here, thanks to Zoe's level up ability. They gotta like burn us out from 10, which seems unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. Improbable. Like I said, chat, when I asked in the subs Discord about things that I wanted to do, this is what I wanted to do. She's my gal.
Time for the moneymaker.
Atrocity's not in these regions, right? I'm not about to get atrocity'd. That's a card that could kill us here. They're just taking game actions.
That was super fun, and I gotta say,
That's actually, we're not done with Runeterra. Apologies for bouncing again, but my stomach is a little upset. I'm gonna run to the restroom. Last time I was, I'll be right back. Ugh. I'm glad we decided to try some Constructed today. I almost was just going to play more PvE, but the Constructed seems pretty reasonable. Obviously, we have a small-ish sample size, but might have to revisit some of this on the regular again. The client is still as great as ever. Sans this bug with the audio when it's not in focus. That would be nice. Every time I click off the client, it mutes it. Stress defense seems absurd against Fiora. I think I'm gonna keep the rest of these. We'll mulligan the Pokey Stick, looking for like a 1 or a 3. Perfect. Oh, look at that. We drew a Zoe too. Actual perfect. They had nerfed Fiora to a 3-2 right before I had taken a break last time I played, so I remember that one. There's a lot of deal 2s and 2-2s in this game, so dropping that 3rd point of toughness off of these things is a really big deal.
I've got your back.
Nature blesses her followers.
Astounding
Metric seems great. This card seems really strong. Manifest a spell from your regions that cost 3 or less. This has a barrier, so until end of turn, it's not going to take damage. So we're just going to go ahead and take the 3 because the barrier falls off at end of turn. I have a 4. I kind of have things to do on 5. I think I just want the Golden Sister here.
Lights the way.
by the strength of our convictions.
An ally died, grant other allies +1/+1. So now I have to decide if I want to... Oh, check the artwork. I can full screen the artwork too. It's so good shit. So if I want to attack with these... They probably trade here, and then these get bigger, which I think is not great for me. So I think we just hit them with Zoe. And pass. Get our star chart cheaper. Yeah, but even this being a 4-3 doesn't seem great. Thank you for pointing out other, but...
Balance requires a watchful eye.
Watchful eye.
All right, team. Adventure time.
We're gonna take 8 from this open attack here.
Protect and strike.
Nature blesses her
Oh,
followers.
interesting. We're throwing this in too. I guess these will get bigger if they do that. I guess I need to trade here.
Is key.
My duty's done.
Be strong. These are dark times.
So what if we just open on attacks here?
Attacking.
Immediately.
And this could get like a riposte out of them, in which case we'll stress defense their thing. I think pretty high, Beansy. I think pretty high. So the rest of this week, we're doing some extra Pokemon Unite, because we have Pokemon Unite Rivals and then the Pokemon Unite Open next weekend. But I think next week we might do a session or two. Format seemed pretty reasonable. I've enjoyed the gameplay we've had so far today. Yes, we are going to be done with this, probably this game and one more, and then we're going to play some more Mass Effect 3.
To leave or burn.
Nature blesses her followers.
So there's another Poppy.
Let us take a peek at life
Okay.
in the waves.
That's pretty good. Gosh, would I rather kill Shen or the Caretaker? It's gotta be Shen, right? Because he's about to level. We could get, like, Nopified here. This deals 4, though, so Twin Disciples doesn't save it.
It is not yet there. They are under my protection.
Caretaker being silenceable is a good thing to point out.
Nature blesses her followers.
In fact, we're gonna hope that this hits a silence here, right? Is the hope. Redraw to silence. That's super unlucky. I took this Moon Sliver, so that way if I hit the silence, I could play the silence this turn. So she's at 7. This is 8. This is 9.
I forgot how slow time moves. Celeste, paint me a stopper playing catch with...
Oh, this is already at 8. It hadn't counted this yet. Oh, that's great for us. Okay, so this is 9. This is leveled. And then I get to go Golden Sister, give my board Elusive and Lifesteal next turn. Are we gonna steal this? We might be stealing this. I love Zoe, chat. She's my favorite.
What once was two, now is one.
All right, that's 12, 16, 18, 18 elusive. 18 elusive lifesteal.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
The hour is mine.
They could have a fight spell here to like not be dead, but like we're still in a great spot even if they're not dead, right? They can fight Zoe and go to 1, denying me the behold. They can have sharp sight too. Silence, sure.
Steel protects me.
They go to 2, we go to 20, we get a free behold. Probably just messenger, honestly. Yep, we have a bunch of lifesteal blockers.
Allies did not fall in vain.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure they didn't fall in vain?
Nature blesses her followers.
I was like, I knew there was a way for me to look at the board. So if I take the hush, I mean, do I hush to save Zoe or do I hush to deal with this? It's probably right to hush the 18-4, right? I also just like get another look here. Why not both, chat? Why not both?
Easy does it.
I bow to no one.
Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got.
Your place is still in the mortal world.
Be strong. These are dark times.
Is there anything that punishes me for not opening attacks, or should I play out cards to get a bigger attack? Am I what punishes me for not opening here? Okay, the opponent is conceded. I think we're supposed to poppy there.
That was super fun, and I gotta say,
Well, rally doesn't punish me because rally's not burst speed, right? All right, let's do one more, and then we're gonna play some Mass Effect. So if they rallied, I get to have my attack token after the rally resolved. Sharp sight plus judgment beats us on opens. That's a good thought. I can't take any credit for this deck list, chat. I am a dirty, filthy net decker. I asked for a deck list that contained Zoe in it, and this is what the Hoglandia Discord handed to me. If you're someone that supports my stuff and you're in the Discord server, there's a Runeterra channel with folks talking about this and PvE and other stuff. Hey, I know her from the TV show. I don't know what her card does though. I I don't know what your card does. Flash bomb traps. Deal 1 damage to a random ally. Cute. Okay, so it puts more negative cards in my deck. So definitely don't want mini morph in my opener. I think I'm fine with Khan, Chronolus, and Starry Scamp to start. What a skill game, chat. Can we just like always have Zoe on one? Hiya! You change one card in the deck, you can say it's yours. Fair. Who's a good boy? Strike, plant 3 puff caps. It's a lot of puff caps, chat. So for those that are new to Runeterra, the puff caps attach themselves to cards in my deck, and then when I draw a card with a puff cap on it, I take a damage. All right, we activated a trap. That's fine. I think we just open attacks here. What's her stat line? Yeah, she's a 3/3. I don't want them to like play a 3/3 and be able to block, so I'm just gonna start by attacking. Hey, thanks for the 2.5 years, Ozzy. Welcome back. I'm gonna grab Meteor Shower here as a piece of interaction, I think.
Yep, son, done.
This makes us each draw an extra card each turn. Very good at the traps, hitting my things with 2 toughness instead of 1 toughness. a true skill game. I think we're gonna Pupper, and then we'll Pale Cascade block here. Our boy's the goodest boy, chat, so we're winning this fight. There is a hard limit of 10 cards in hand in this game, which we now have here. It is kind of difficult visually to see how many cards you have in your hand. Deal 2 damage unit and plant 2 flash bombs. All right, well, you know, stress defense just continues to be absurd. Save Miguel. I don't think I'm gonna have time to play a 6-drop yet.
You're still painting everything? Maybe you'd like it if you weren't so busy being mean.
So Charger, and then the Otter Puss. This is 8 out of 10. So I'm gonna level her, right? Okay. Okay.
Wheel turns. Day becomes night. Time to be colors.
No, I'll definitely take non-Zoe decks when we revisit Runeterra next week. I just wanted to play explicitly a Zoe deck to start because she's my favorite. I prefer aggressive decks, generally speaking, especially when I'm still learning my way back around to format. We have leveled Zoe almost every game that we've played. Yeah, Jaysheimer's a control deck though, right? Or is it more proactive?
I just know the hero's around here somewhere.
Yeah, we played Zoe on 1, and we protected her at least once.
Have a mushroom.
Have 3.
They grow up so fast.
So we have 4 flash bombs and 25 puff caps. Yikes. We're gonna draw 2 cards here. Oh, I like Talia as a card a lot. Is there a competitive Talia deck? Actually, Talia is one of the champions I really like. There's several. Okay, sweet. Yeah, the last time I played, they hadn't finished the Shurima region or whatever it's called, the desert region. Is it Shurima, or am I completely wrong on that? Am I mixing up with something else? Shurima, yeah. And Bandle City, they've only had one of the sets with this region in it, right? Is that accurate? And they have another one coming shortly, and then that's all 10 regions.
I got lucky. You'll get me next time.
Okay. Sweet. On December 9th. Sweet. Oh, they usually do a pre-release type thing, right? I usually get invited to those. I'm in there. I'm technically part of the LPP still. That was fun. Yeah, all right. So, this was the first hour of this was a sponsored segment. We technically did a bit more than that because I wanted to play a bit more. But I do have a severe addiction to Mass Effect 3, and I really want to play through and finish that. I don't really make super big, long plans in advance, but Magic's been a little middling, and this was fun today. So while we're not going to stop doing Magic, we're going to still do a little bit of that every day to start. I think we're definitely going to mix some Runeterra in next week again. So the rest of this week, we're going to be doing Magic, Pokemon Unite, and then more Mass Effect 3, which we're going to change to right now. But I'm going to throw my schedule up. If you have some other deck lists and you're a sub that you think I might enjoy, feel free to tag me in the Runeterra channel. We'll probably try out 2 or 3 things next week. Talia or Poppy or Zoe, kind of like proactive things seem fun. It seems like there's a lot of different things to be doing, so maybe we'll play some more of this and ladder up a bit. Remember, if you're new and you want to check out Runeterra, it's on mobile and on desktop.